Okay, so for example, Andre Rison, who was featured on ESPN's 30 for 30 broke.
Yeah.
Which honestly they kind of ambushed him on. They didn't tell him that was going to be the name of the documentary.
Oh shit!
They
that's
just did a random interview,
That's
like a general interview, and
Yeah.
then they made him look like that. So
Yeah.
He actually lightweight threatened the dude who put it together.
But, yeah, I can see.
During the course of his career, he had a 40-person entourage, 40 adult men.
Yes,
He
sir.
would fly to other places, put them in hotels, restaurants, as if they're his children.
Yes.
$6 million he gave away to rappers, relatives, girls, whatever.
Yeah.
And when I said, do you have a money problem? He goes, nah, man. As hard as I was getting hit on that field, I felt that I deserved to spend my money the way I wanted to spend my money. Because let me tell you, like getting hit by some of these dudes in the NFL, when you're a wide receiver going up for a shot, going up for a catch, that dude hits you in the back as you're coming down. He felt like, I deserve this. I deserve to just splurge and spend everything I have all this season and buy $1 million worth of jewelry and have 20 Ferraris and all. He was literally listed out all the cars he had over the course.
Getting it. I got an addiction of getting it. And so if you're getting it, you're gonna spend it. Black people wasn't taught how to save money. They said 40 acres and a mule, but what we forgot is that we were the mule, and the 40 acres is every step that you take towards it. And so I've never had nothing in life. And so that's why I've given away $6 million just to people, just to help from houses. I've purchased I hear these rappers rapping and spitting, and I love all of them. Spit that shit. But dude, I done did shit motherfuckers ain't gonna do. Can't do. It's only a couple of them could do that shit. 50 now, Rose now, them bosses, Puffy, Ho, all the other niggas, Cube, all the other motherfuckers, man, y'all better stop playing. Gotti, that's why I love me some Gotti, Motherfuckers still spitting that shit, and he spit that real shit. And so, I love a little Boosie now. I love that shit. I love drill music. I love them Chicago babies, man. And that's what inspired me to be out here still getting it. So I don't have no regrets whatsoever. Did I make some fucked up decisions during some fucked up times? Yeah. I didn't know what depression was at some point in times. But I'm glad I had been through a whole bunch of shit so I could at least deal with depression better. And I could deal with my plus bipolar symptoms better without going and spending $500,000 on a fucking psychiatrist telling me, oh, you got a spending habit, or you got a spending problem. Oh, fuck you. You know what I'm doing out here to get this money? Just let them motherfuckers hit you one time on a slant route. Your ass ain't gonna play you ain't gonna do that shit no more. And if somebody hit you that hard, you gonna try to shoot their ass. Let somebody tackle your ass on one play in the NFL. Man, I don't give a damn how big your ass is. Why you think all them big boy motherfuckers be in the weight room at the fitness center? Yeah, that's that fitness center shit. That's a different lingo on that real shit. You get your head cracked, man, in that league. Well, it's just like them streets. So I figured I had both ways and know about both ways. So at the end, when I was spinning and doing, I'm still spinning. I'm still getting it though.
And although he's doing okay now, that could have been multi-generational wealth.
Yes.
But, and lots of injuries to go with it. Like the greats that you look at, I mean, especially in the ring, are usually the guys that have sacrificed their bodies for the sport. Like look at Ali. I never realized until I watched that documentary by Antoine Fuqua, because Ali was sort of before my time. I never realized. I always assumed that Ali, with his Parkinson's and his slurred speech, I assumed that came years after he stopped boxing. No. He was like that and still going back to the ring for years.
Right, yeah.
He'd be doing these interviews and you're listening to him going like, yo, like you're not talking how you were.
Right.
You are slow. You are slurred. I mean, my dad died of Parkinson's. This is a very serious disease.
Yes.
The fact that he was diagnosed with it and he continued to fight is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But that's why he's looked at as one of the greats, because he was willing to do that to himself.
Well, I mean, Ali was one of the most great. I mean, he was one of the greatest human beings
Yeah.
aside from
Yeah,
boxing.
outside the ring.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's the greatest because of who he was. But yeah, I mean, like I say, my heart goes out to these people, and their heart's on their line. Just on their sleeve. They do all they can. When you grow up in the hood, you grow up with little to nothing. The people around you mean everything to you, right? And so that's a kind of an embodiment of the love that you have. You want to show that love to everybody that surrounds you. But one thing that they don't learn is that the people who surround you, they all change. They're not the same people anymore. I had to learn that. Like I said before, my heroes were never actors. There's part of me being a grown ass man, going, okay, when I standing toe to toe in the ring, that tests my manhood. Being a school teacher, that was something I was proud of. I would never tell anybody I was an actor unless they kind of knew about it, because there was part of me that's saying, I'm playing make believe. I'm pretending I'm other people. That's cool. It's a great job, but it's like, but that's just what I'm doing. Hey, for real, I can do much more than this, right? Actors and performers were never my heroes. So for me, I never felt like I was doing anything that should be adorned. I felt like, hey, I'm playing make believe. I wouldn't tell many people that didn't know me, but I would tell them about the fighting or teaching school. So the thing I wasn't ready for, when I started getting known, I started getting getting these roles, right? I didn't feel there was a need for me to change because it wasn't nothing to brag about. So I would come back and realize I lost the people I grew up with. Let me explain that. One of my good friends, I never could go to his house anymore because he's like, oh no, I'll meet you at the restaurant or whatever. One day I stopped by his house and he's like, oh shoot, I was gonna meet you at the, I said, well, I'm in town, man. It's like, I'm killing an hour. I see your car's parked here. And he's like, well, this place ain't, it's not like Hollywood standards. I'm like, what? What? Wait a minute. He's like, yeah, I'm like, you think that I'm judging you? Like, wait a second, bro. I would stay on your couch before the presidential suite at the hotel. It didn't dawn on me that he's looking at me different. I lost my own mother. Like, I would check my mom. Like, I go to visit her, and there's if I let her know I'm coming, I ain't spending no time with her. I'm like signing everybody in the neighborhoods, like little pictures and Jet magazines and everything. And
You were on the cover of Jet at one point?
oh well, all in and out of magazines, but
Right.
your mother's proud of you and everything else.
Yeah.
But I was like, I check my own mom. I would be telling her, and I'm not even making this up. Shit, I'm serious. I'd be like, yeah, so, I just, I spend time, and I got this crawl space in my house, and I find hitchhikers, and I put the bodies down there. She said, that's good. I'm like, Mom, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Like, it's like I couldn't find nobody to disagree with me anymore. I would check them.
So your mom became a yes woman, basically.
I was the dancing panda.